Apple Some Bushcraft Stuff and Things back with another MRE review. Today is menu number 17 from the Wornick Company of McAllen, Texas. This is a 2004 military MRE menu, and it is beef teriyaki. The main pouch contains beef teriyaki entree, chow mein noodles, jam of some sort, shortbread cookie, some kind of candy, wheat snack bread, beverage base powder, hot sauce, accessory packet E, spoon, and a flameless ration heater. Accessory packet E contains sugar, creamer, salt, chewing gum, matches, toilet tissue, hand cleaner, and a tea bag. Let's take a look. Just so I can say that I did, I'll try the peelable seal. I have yet to have enough friction on my fingers to do this. Okay, so we tried it. So the good old handy dandy peelable seal remover. And the peelable seal is out of there. Alright, let's see what's in this bad boy. Noodles, chow mein. Packing date of 281st day of 2004. Cinnamon Imperials. Oh, that's cool. That's the candy component. I like cinnamon candy. These are some of my favorites. So that is nice. Let's see if we can determine the packing date on that. Sometimes on these foil ones they emboss it rather than stamp it on there. Oh, there it is down there. 308th day of 2004. We all know what that is, right? Here comes beverage base powder, orange. Packing date is 287th day of 2004. You might be able to see that down to the left of my thumb. This is the wheat snack bread. Sometimes they put two of these in there. You can see it's the 285th day, 2004. Shortbread cookies. There's more than one of them in there, or else it's awfully badly fragmented. 292nd day of 2004. And these are probably, unless they put a stabilizer in their oxygen absorber, they're going to be rancid. But we'll see what happens. Accessory packet E, 314th day of 2004. And in there we have Tabasco sauce, chewing gum, a tea bag, matches, salt, sugar, a hand wipe, and toilet tissue. You see all those ingredients and contents there. There's our FRH. And that is the 310th day of 2004. This is our main entree. The beef with teriyaki sauce and vegetables. Turn that so you can see it. And the packing date on that is 282nd day of 2004. And last but not least, Blackberry Jam. These are the ones, the small envelopes are the ones that are kind of hard to find the packing date on because they emboss them, and there it is embossed right on the very edge there. My finger pointing to it, and it says 299th day of 2004. I had it upside down, but there it is. So that's it. Let's spread this out and open them up and see what goes. Alright, there we go. Looks pretty good. Nice spread. I haven't opened the beverage base powder yet because it feels like some moisture got in there. Now I'm going to take a look at it. If it's compromise, we won't be using it. Oh, it looks fine. That was just vacuum packed so tight that it kind of felt like it was caked together. But as you can see, pouring out of there just fine into my double wall stainless steel cup. And let's see what the instructions say. 12 ounces of water. So we have a 16-ounce bottle of water here. We'll pour in about 12 ounces of it. That's about close enough. Might be a little less than 12, but sometimes they taste better a little more concentrated than dilute. The shortbread cookies right here did not have an oxygen absorber in them, and they smell possibly slightly rancid. So I'm not going to be eating those, but I will try one. The cinnamon Imperials over here, very nice large ones, not the little tiny ones you sometimes get in packets at the store. These are pretty big. This is like kind of like what I remember from when I was a kid. They're very good. Over here is Chow Noodles, came with a oxygen absorbing pack, so they probably are not rancid. They don't have any smell to them at all. The wheat snack bread also came with one, and we'll smell that. It smells fine, just about like the snack bread usually smells. Blackberry Jam, not exactly sure how that's going to go. I'll leave that for now. And stir this some more to get it dissolved, because I can see undissolved contents down there in the bottom of that cup. So let's open up the FRH and take a look at getting it activated and put our main course entree in there. Sometimes these work and sometimes they don't. The last couple I've had did work. Have a pot of water boiling on the stove as a secondary backup, I guess. So there we've placed it in the envelope, and there's the heating element. I want to put that down farther inside. I can feel kind of little granulations inside the envelope there, where some of the contents of that FRH activating stuff has gotten loose in the FRH envelope. So let's put about an ounce of water in there. And there's the do not overfill line, but usually that takes about an ounce. I tend to not use salt water for these. We're not to the line yet. Now we are. Well, let's fold that up and give it a little shake and see if we get any heat out of it. Yep, it's starting to produce gas and heat, so pop it back into the entree pouch or box. Maybe. Getting plenty hot now. I had to let go of it. Does not want to go in there. Okay. Some of this is out of the camera range, I know, but there we go. So we're going to give that some time to cook. And let's see, I'm going to move it off the camera here so that I can set it up on my rock or something substitute. Well, there we go. Alright. Cinnamon Imperial escaped. So let's try the orange drink first. Cheers. That tastes a lot like Kool-Aid or any of the other powdered flavored drink mix that contains sugar. It's not artificially sweetened, but it has a distinctly artificial orange flavor to it. Pretty refreshing though. Sure cuts the trail dust out of your mouth. Most of these citrus flavored ones do. So let's try a shortbread cookie. There's looks to be about 8 of them, maybe 10. Smell rancid. And they taste rancid. Other than that, the shortbread flavor is okay. I think it probably was pretty good back in the day when these meals were new or reasonably fresh, but let's keep in mind that this is essentially a 14-year-old MRE, and so the contents are bound to be hit and miss. That's definitely rancid, and I'm probably not going to finish that cookie, but I will have another bite of it. Yes, indeed. Wouldn't want to eat many of those. The way they taste now, when they were fresh, they're probably pretty good. Wash that down with some of that orange drink. Okay, chow mein noodles. These don't look like chow mein noodles that I've had come with Chinese food in a package, like Chow or some of those outfits sometimes include chow mein noodles. They look more like miniature breadsticks. The coloration of them is very uniform. It doesn't, I don't know, they don't look fried. They don't smell rancid at all, but then again there was a oxygen absorbing packet inside the pouch, and so here we go, we'll try them. They're very crunchy but essentially flavorless. They taste like white bread toast. It's about the nearest thing I could find in my lexicon of flavor descriptions. However, they're not rancid in the least. All right. Let's open up the Blackberry Jam and see what that's all about. I'm going to knead it a little bit. A lot of times the liquid contents will separate from the solid contents of that. I'm just going to take a corner of the snack bread because if it's not good, I don't want to ruin the whole piece of snack bread by putting that on there. So on my knife I can see little droplets of blackberry colored stuff. I'll squeeze out a little bit. Looks surprisingly authentic. That looks like pretty fresh blackberry jam. It has a berry smell to it. It doesn't smell bad. And it tastes like blackberries. There was no escaping gas or juice or anything when I opened that, so I don't think anything got into it. There's even got seeds in it, what do you know? Yep. Tastes like blackberries. So I'd say that this is okay. This is a thumbs up on the blackberry jam and the snack bread thus far. These are okay. Thumbs up on them. Not so much, see that? Thumbs down. Not so much on the shortbread cookies, they're definitely rancid. The orange drink is good. Let's try a couple of cinnamon Imperials. It takes a while for the flavor to get hold of you. Oh, here it comes. Yep, cinnamon by Cracky. They're hot, but not intolerably so. Of course, I only put like 3 of them in my mouth. If I put more than that, it might be overwhelming. Okay, we're going to pause it right now for a little bit, allow the FRH to do its business, and get back to you in a few minutes and we'll test and see if the entree is hot enough. And if it is, we'll break it out and it'll go in this main compartment and we'll give it a try. I might put the chow mein noodles on the bottom, pour the rest of it on top, provided that it smells alright. Chow mein noodles are good. I don't want to ruin them if the entree is not. I'll get back to you shortly. So while the main menu entree pouch is continuing to heat, I thought maybe we'd dig into this accessory packet. I don't think I'm going to have the tea, but let's take a look and see what's in there. Non-dairy creamer, and it feels powdery, so it's probably good. Packing date of 254th day, 2004. Tabasco sauce, and this one is liquid. Now, John, Multi-Magnum 62 out there in Tennessee, I believe is where you are. Did I recently hear you say that you like these things? If you watch this video, let me know in the comments if you like them, because I have probably at least half a dozen of them that are still in liquid state. Be happy to send those to you over there in Tennessee. So that one's still good. At least it's not a ball of solid down the bottom like some of them have been. There's a moist towelette for cleanup. Packet of Lipton Premium Blend Finest Black Tea. And our favorite Lighthouse toilet paper. I don't believe the tea has a packing date on it. It doesn't. Neither does the towelette. The creamer, I think we looked at that one and spoke that one out already. 4 grams of Domino sugar. Iodized salt from the Diamond Crystal Salt Company. White tip matches, and we'll demonstrate those as being still good, I hope. It lights with a nice orange flame, and that's just fine. So the matches are good, and last but least, 2 pieces of chewing gum. And they look pretty shiny. The coating looks to be in good shape. And I'll probably save those for my day packs, but there we have it. So I'm going to put all this stuff back in the accessory packet pouch, what's left of it. And I'll transfer this to my camping and backpacking admin supplies at some point here in the future. I can imagine a time when a nice hot cup of tea would be good on the trail, so that's definitely going to go in my day pack. Alright, we'll give that FRH some more time to do its job, and we'll check back with you soon. So the cinnamon Imperials are really good. I had another few, about like that many, and I'm eating them right now. There's lots and lots of cinnamon flavor in there, but it's not overpowering, and it lasts for quite some time, so that would be a good snack or a treat to have out on the trail, because they are quite the opposite of thirst-provoking. If you were thirsty, it might do the job, much like something with citrus in it would do. But they're darn good. They're better than any of recent production ones that I've had in the last year or so. they're quite a bit bigger, as I mentioned, than ones they sell in the grocery store. Very nice, very good. I'm going to pack those away and save those for one of my day packs. So we continue to cook. The FRH is very hot. Ow, on the bottom side of that package, that's where the element is, and then we have the entree sitting on top, and that is very hot. I can hardly hold on to it. You can smell the fumes coming out of it, and I know it's doing its job, both by the heat and by the fumes. Thought it might be nice to have another taste of Blackberry Jam and another corner of this wheat snack bread. I don't think I'm artistic enough to make a jelly buddy with it. Maybe I could. Pretty authentic. It's got seeds in it and everything, and it does not look spoiled in the least. Put a big old dollop on there. That looks like you might just have gotten it out of a jelly jar, Smucker's or some other brand. That tastes that way too. Yummy, have to tell you. I'll admit when things taste good, and I'll tell you when they don't. And that jelly is really good on the snack bread. The snack bread itself would be thirst-provoking without it. But with the jelly on top, it's great. Wouldn't turn it down. Thumbs up on the combination. Alright, the time has come to check the entree and see if it's hot enough. The box is pretty darn warm, but it's no longer too hot to hold on to. Ow! The pouch, on the other hand, FRH pouch, is quite hot, especially on that side. Now let's pull out the entree and see what goes with that. If I don't think it's hot enough, I'll pop it into the boiling water. There it is. Yeah, it's pretty darn hot. I'm going to rinse it off and get the residue from the FRH activator off it, and then we'll bring it back and open it up. There it is, out of the FRH. It's plenty hot. Won't need the boiling water. So I'm going to squeeze the contents down past this first notch and open it up. Take a look and a smell. It smells kind of vinegary and beefy. Here we go. There's potatoes in there, you can see that. Never heard of beef and teriyaki sauce with potatoes in it, but you never know what they'll come up with at the MRE kitchens. FRH did pretty good. Now let's get back to you in just a minute with a taste test. Alright, we had a chance for the aroma of that meal to permeate the area here, and it smells oriental, Asian. There's strips of beef in there and some chunks. I'm thinking this might be a bamboo shoot. Water chestnut. So what I think was potatoes is actually water chestnuts and bamboo shoots. It smells like it's got soy sauce in it. Not so much teriyaki, but soy sauce, maybe Worcestershire. A little bit smoky. There's nothing off-putting about the appearance or the aroma of the meal. So I think it's probably okay. When I opened it, there wasn't any escape of gas or contents. Give it a shot. Here's to your good health. Throw in a few noodles from the side here. That's not too bad. So the beef is kind of the consistency of what you get if you slice pieces of a roast and left them in the refrigerator for a while so that they got kind of soft and tender. A little bit stringy, a little bit almost dry, but not quite. But they have taken on the flavor of the sauce, which is again kind of a soy sauce. I don't know so much about teriyaki, possibly. It might have been a lot more teriyaki flavored back in the day when it was new, but it's not too bad. There's some beef and a water chestnut. See if I can get a bamboo shoot on there. There we go. It'll stay. Okay, beef and a bamboo shoot. The bamboo is not at all crunchy like that normally is in an Oriental meal. The water chestnuts are crunchy, but the bamboo is really soft and not very textureful. Textureful, is that a word? Doesn't have much texture to it. There's quite a bit of salt in that as well. And maybe some black pepper, possibly. I think I have a note of black pepper there. So here we have a piece of beef, a piece of water chestnut, and a piece of bamboo. Mix in some more noodles. I'm going to have to pronounce that this is probably one of the better 2004 vintage menus that I've come across. Primarily because of the main entree. It's pretty good, actually. This would be a welcome meal in camp or out on the trail, hunting, certainly for emergency purposes. I think I discovered a mushroom there. Try it. Yep. That's what it was. These chow mein noodles are exceedingly crunchy, but once they get chewed up, they leave kind of a floury, like wheat flour you would cook with, not flour like grows in your garden. A floury, bland taste, like chewed up toast maybe without butter. They're okay, certainly not rancid. As I said, these cookies are, I'm not even going to eat any more of those. They don't taste that great. Alright, let's have another piece of snack bread. And squeeze out a little bit of jam on there. The jam is totally good. It adds to the wheat bread 100%. Takes away some of the dryness and makes it awfully flavorful. The wheat bread by itself is kind of bland tasting. It really doesn't have much of a taste. It smells alright. I attribute that to the inclusion of that oxygen absorbing packet. Okay. Another sip of orange drink. Boy, that really does does the trick with cleansing the palate, I guess. Let's have a little bit more of this main course. There's enough of the different ingredients in there. Bamboo, water chestnut, mushrooms, and I might have just discovered a little piece of celery, I'm not sure. That's pretty rare in there if there are. And you can see, if you're looking down on it from above, you can see that it has a good amount of oil in it because that's kind of floating to the surface. Anyway, there's another spoonful. Normally I would expect to find a taste of ginger in something like that, and I don't really taste it. It may be in there, but it may just be overpowered by the smoke flavor and the soy sauce. There's quite a bit of soy in there, quite a bit. I just can't help eating the snack bread with the Blackberry Jam, it's good. So maybe I can make there we go. Alright, Pauly, there's a small Blackberry Jam Jelly Buddy. Alright, now we've had a chance to sample a good bit of this menu. What's the final grade? Well, A+ on the Cinnamon Imperials, D- on the Shortbread Cookies. If I were starving and that was all I had, I would eat them. In fact, I might eat them before that, but not today, they're rancid. The wheat bread and the Blackberry Jam combination, give that an A. Give the Chow noodles a B, mostly because they're just awfully dry and not very flavorful, but they're okay. And the main course entree, beef with teriyaki sauce, I give that a B+. Mostly didn't get an A because some of the texture is a little bit older than I thought it might be, or that I would expect. Cinnamon Imperials an A+, and this is an A. The orange drink. On the accessory packet, all we did was light the matches. They get an A, and the rest of that stuff seemed pretty fresh. It wasn't caked up in the envelopes or anything that I could determine. The tea bag, I'm sure, is quite good. So that's a wrap up for menu number 17, 2004 military MRE by Wornick Company, beef teriyaki. I can recommend that if you can get your hands on one that's been stored properly. I wouldn't be afraid to eat it. I just might leave off the shortbread cookies and not have those. Alright, have a great Sunday. It's Apple Stump Bushcraft Stuff and Things signing off, and we'll be back probably within the next week with something else. Not sure what it'll be. We'll try to make it entertaining anyway. Have a good one. Take care, stay safe. We'll see you next time.